The footage you're about to see is from an alpha state of the game. By no means is this game complete, and it's being worked on all the time and being improved all the time with the wonderful dev team at Flaming Fowl Studios. So if you encounter any bugs or see anything weird in this gameplay, don't worry, they're working on it, they're going to work it out. Like I said, it's still an alpha, so keep that in mind when you're watching this video. Thank you. Hey guys, it's BearInABackpack. I'm excited to bring to you a first look at Fable Fortune, a CCG game developed by Flaming Fowl Studios set in the Fable universe. So what I'm going to show you today is a little bit about the game. So, how it works, the training, maybe a couple matches, some of the co-op elements. Yeah, there are co-op elements, as well as, some of the pack opening. Everybody likes pack opening, so I'll show you some of that, and kind of how the store works, things like that. So a broad overview of the game to give you an idea what it's about and hopefully generate some interest in it. Alright, so we're going to start by doing the basic tutorials. We're going to go into play. I really like the graphics on it. I've played the first, Fable 2 and 3, and they definitely did a really good job of capturing the feel of the games. I definitely feel like it is indeed a Fable game. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with just training down here. We're going to go with normal here. And, so you get a selection of heroes you can choose from. You can play as the Alchemist, Gravedigger, Knight, Merchant, Prophet, and Shapeshifter. So right now, my favorite is actually to play as Gravedigger. I like the art for the character, and I also just like her playstyle. She's kind of a horde rush kind of thing, where you just try and put out a whole bunch of monsters. This game functions very similarly to a game like Hearthstone. So if you're familiar with that type of game, this is more or less the same idea here, but there are some different elements. It functions just a little bit differently than Hearthstone. So, I'm going to be playing as the Knight on this one. So, one-time pig farmer turned sworn protector of the realm, noble, forthright, and master of the pitchfork, Marshall serves as an inspiration to peasants and porcine enthusiasts across Albion. So his strengths are summoning peasants and increasing strength, so it sounds like he's going to be bringing out a lot of low-level monsters or low-level fighters, and then increasing their strength to make them stronger and able to do more damage. So this is my first time playing as Knight, so let's give it a try and let's see how it is. Alright. The Guild Master. Alright, so you get a few cards to start. So this is something that's kind of unique to this game. You have to choose your path. So the whole time you're actually kind of telling a story while you're playing the game. So you're picking which path you want to go. So you can do Lynch Ball League. So it's focusing on putting out strong monsters. You've got Albion's Got Magic, so playing spells. And the Money Pit, which requires spending things. Now I've only got 9 seconds left, so I'm going to go spending things here. But by buying different fighters, spending your gold to do that, you can complete that objective, and that progresses the story, which gives you bonuses as you go along. Let's see. So which cards do I want to replace? I don't really have any low-level cards. I'm probably not going to start with very much gold, so I'm going to get rid of some of these big guys to start. And see if we can't get some lower level. Yeah, there we go. That worked out for us. Okay, so he's playing Noggin. So it's a 2-2. Let's see. So maybe we can play Rat Catcher here. It doesn't look like he has haste, so we should be good. Let's see, we've got 3 gold to start with. Nope, don't want that. I want this. Yeah, Rat Catcher. I like the fact that they're kind of almost like cardboard cutouts set on the field. I like that aesthetic. It's very nice. Okay, we're also going to play Fluffy here. Now, something I didn't do is use the guard ability. So it costs 1 gold, and you can basically force the enemy to have to attack that creature. Because what will happen now is I'm guessing that he's probably going to attack me directly. So since I didn't put a monster in guard mode, he's going to just go ahead and just go straight towards me. But however, it looks like they're going after my monsters, so that worked out for me. So that's something you do have to be aware of, that you might want to save some money to be able to use that to your advantage. Okay, let's see. So Fluffy's ready to go. That'll basically kill each other off there. Okay, so we can deal 2 damage to an enemy unit and units adjacent to it. Should be alright if there's a lot of them, but since it's just one guy, I don't know if that's the best play. However, I can give 1 friendly unit +1 strength and deflect. So I'm going to do that. So now he's got +1 strength and deflect. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. Alright, so it's enough to give me a shield to not die immediately. That's really good. Unfortunately, I used up his attack this turn, so I can't really do much to that. But I can use my special ability, Enrollment, to summon a 1/1 peasant. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there he is. Look at that. He's so happy to serve. He's like, ha-ha! Alright. Okay, so that's all I can do this turn. I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's playing a Corrupted. Ooh, he's got a lot of health. Alright, let's put him in guard mode. Alright. So, Crowd's Favorite is a good one when you have a lot of units. So, he gains +1 strength for every other friendly unit. So, if I have a whole bunch of peasants on the field, this guy will be really powerful. So, I got 5 gold. This guy has a lot of health, doesn't do a ton of damage. Okay, let's go. You know what? I'm actually just going to summon another peasant for now.
More work.
And, let's see, he's got 5 health, huh? If I attack him with any of these guys, he's just gonna die. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna attempt to try and attack it. So he's in defense, so I'm gonna have to try and kill him with this. Oh no, cat, no! Peasant, no! Oh no. Alright, we're gonna end our turn there. Hopefully we can get a little better play next time. Ow. I got 2 of these guys. So, if you ever are wondering what the enemy's unit is capable of, like what its powers are, you can just mouse over it. Somewhere around here, there we go. And it'll tell you what it can do. So, in Safeguard, when they put the shield up, the Safeguard, it will heal the unit for 4. So, I need to be kind of careful here. I want to try and kill off this guy so he isn't able to do that next turn. So, we've got 1 peasant out. I've got 6. Okay, so he does a ton of damage and has a lot of strength. I'm going to go ahead and bring him out. Okay. So, see, he got +1 for having the other peasant out there. So, since I resolved that quest, I can now pick a path. I can either go good, and, you convert the pit into a great playhouse. Now the only people dying are bad actors on stage. Or I can go evil. Oh, the sound of metal on metal. The sound of breaking bones and the scent of blood. That's more like it. And basically, you get these little bonuses off to the side. I'm going to go with good, just because you're timed, so you got to go quick with it. So I'm going to go with the good path, and that's actually reflected on your character. See how this little banner now, and my guy's all, like, happy, and yeah. So, I've got 0, I can still do things. I can attack with my peasant. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, darn. Never mind, he's using the Safeguard. Haha. Alright, we're going to end the turn. So, we're not looking too bad right now. Okay, we're looking a little worse. That's a strong guy. Ow. Ow. So that was the guy's kind of entrance move. So the big appearance kind of thing. He just go ahead. He automatically throws a rock at you when he comes in. So that's kind of painful. All right. So this time, since we come with a lot of strong guys based on this guy, we're gonna go with the strong path. So you just need to play things that have more, more strength than health, which a lot of my guys do have. Okay, so I can give something +2, and +2 if it's a peasant. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to give it to my peasant. So voila, now he's a +3 and 3. And then, let's see, I give another friendly unit +1/+1. And I think now's a good time to do this. So I'm going to put that out there and hit him. So then it'll deal 2 damage to him and 2 to both guys adjacent to him. So that's pretty powerful. Then I'm going to bring out my bard here. And I can give somebody +1/+1. I think I'm going to give it to this guy so he's even stronger than he was before. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to have this guy attack the tree. That'll kill him off. Do take some damage, but he's fine. And then I'm actually going to bypass him and attack him directly. Okay, we're making some headway. I'm a lot more damaged than he is, but we should be alright. The thing that sucks is the Guildmaster starts with 10 gold and maintains 10 gold every time. So he can use as many cards as he can up to that 10 gold right away. See, me, I get 1 more gold every turn, but I start at 3. So it's a little more difficult for me. But that's okay. We'll keep rolling with it. Okay, so we're going to do this and give it to him. So he's even stronger now, and we're going to use him to break through this guy. Okay, Okay, so I didn't take any damage from that because of the deflect. Alright, so we're going to bring this guy out. So his ability is Rush. That allows us to go ahead and attack immediately after playing him. So we're going to do that, and then that, and then that. Yeah, doing damage. Alright, so we still got 3 left, so I'm going to play that to get another peasant out.
I'm here to help.
This, peasant medic, huh? Can't guard. Last laugh, give a friendly unit 1 health. So if he dies, I get +1 health to somebody. Oh man, I would not trust that guy with my life. Look at that. It's like, are those even sterile? Ugh. Alright, let's not think about that. Let's put the peasant in guard. Make them have to attack. Oh, I can't? Oh, none of them can. Sorry, Bard. Bard, you have to guard. It rhymes. Alright, and end turn. It started flashing, telling me I was running out of time, so gotta keep moving. Yeah, so the bandit crossbowman's big entrance is he'll deal 1 damage to any enemy you want, which can be helpful. It's not a lot of damage, but it might be enough to kill a monster here or there. Alright, so he only had 1 monster he could attack with, and thankfully for my guard, it kept me from taking damage. Unfortunately, he's dead. He's very dead. Alright. So my units gain +1 strength this turn, and then I have to draw a card. So I'm going to use this. That'll be 4. Right there. That'll kill the crossbowman and that guy to his left, the corrupted. So I got 1 corrupted left, so then I'll play this. Give everybody +1. And then I've got 2 left. So, let's see, he's got 3 health. So I'm going to send this guy and just sacrifice him. That's okay. That's okay. We're alright. We're alright. And then I'm actually going to play this guy first and give him an additional attack. There we go. So he's doing 10. So then attack. Attack. Stab with your poorly sterilized equipment. Yeah, so he's down to 4. I'm doing a ton of damage to him. I think I got this. Okay, so he just played the commanding officer. So all other units he has gain +1/+1. This guy is really nasty if he has a whole bunch of people already on the field because they're just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I want to make sure he gets, destroyed immediately. Fortunately, he's also really strong. Like, he's got 7 health and 7 attack. So, yeah, a little bit difficult. So I might have to sacrifice the crowd favorite, but it looks like I have enough damage here to just destroy him this turn. Okay, so I'm going to play the Malignant Wisp. And I'm going to get, as his big entrance, I'll gain 1 health for every enemy unit, which is +1. It's not a whole lot. So now he has +3 instead of +2. And just because I can, I'm going to throw this guy out there. And I'm going to tell him to guard. Just in case. You always want to be careful, just in case. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to sacrifice my guy here. You were helpful. You will be missed. Alright, but it looks like I got it. So, 1. Okay, down to 1 health. I feel like the Bard should get this one. You go, Bard. Boom. Yeah, victory! Woo! Alright, ooh, level 2. You get a decent amount of silver, too. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll go over, actually right after this, why don't we go to the store and we can talk about, how you get more cards, what the in-game money is used for, that kind of thing. And you can actually level up your individual cards as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and go on over to the store. Alright, so I started with 2,000 silver when I first started playing, and after only about 3 or 4 games, maybe 4 or 5, we got about close to another 1,000. For 1 pack, it's 1,000 gold. As far as I can tell, there aren't any ways to buy the silver at this point. I think you just earn it in-game. There aren't any microtransactions yet. I'm not sure if these will be added later in the game, or if they just won't be there and everything will be free. I'm not sure. But at current, it's only the silver that is used as a currency. So just to show you how that works, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a pack. So I'm going to go buy, purchase, purchase complete, boop, and it gets added to your stack over here. So let's go ahead and open. Something I really like about the menus here is it's very, very sleek. Like, technically there's another section where I could go open packs, but they have it connected to the store because you're probably going to open them right after you buy things. So they did a good job kind of optimizing that from what I've been able to tell so far. So let's go ahead and do one. So we just click, drag it over here. Voila. Ooh, cool. And you click on little things and you like open one at a time. So far I've gotten the Prison Jailer, so Morality 2, transform this unit, and the Inept Bowman. It's kind of like, he's like, how do I use this? Do I pull it? I don't know how to use this. His big entrance is to deal 1 damage to adjacent units. So kind of like the Bandit Crossbowman, but he will hurt other people. Alright, we got the Caravan Leader. So it'll summon a 5/5 Caravan Guard. Ooh, that's nice. Not bad, not bad. So you get him and the guard. That'll be pretty good. Ooh, and another Caravan Leader. Awesome. Alright. Ooh, and you get a bonus card here. Let's see. The Bandit Seer. After this unit deals damage to your opponent, draw a card. Not bad. That could be nice. Yeah, so there you go. Pack opening. Woo! Now, I would go through the rest of the stack, but we might be here for a while. So, you know, you get the basic idea. So, we will move on to deck building. So you gotta cycle all your decks. Takes a little while when there's 40 of them. We'll just, it'll go. There we go. All right. So let's go on to cards. All right. So from here, you can see all the different cards you have. I like the kind of like dissolve feature. So like if you look at the cards, they kind of like kind of fade to the other ones. I like it. It's kind of a cool little effect. So yeah, so you can go through all your different cards and kind of, you know, check on them. And then if you want to build a deck, you just click on Create New Deck. So why don't we make a deck for Knight? And you can name it if you wanted. I kind of just skipped over it. Whoops. Alright, so let's see. Let me go ahead and... Since he likes strength units, I'm going to grab a Caravan Leader. I'm going to put 2 of those. And it just kind of stacks them up over here on the right, so you can see kind of what you've already bought, and you have a good idea of what's in your deck already. So something like that. Maybe something like that. Kind of heal everybody up. And some more strength. Let's hop over here. So we know we want a couple of these guys in there. They're pretty good. No highwaymen. Okay, definitely want some crowd favorites in there. Those guys are really nice. This guy, because we tend to have a lot of guys, especially those peasants, since we can deploy a whole bunch of them at once. We're going to go with one of those. Maybe 2 of those. Alright. So we've got 10 of 30. Let's go back to the start here. I like the pointy stick. He's like, ew, that hurts. We got the boot. Tofu trader. So fluffy cat. Another fluffy cat. Let's grab a couple Bowerstone Bards. The Knighthood, because we want that for our peasants. And then this guy, because it's synergistic with our peasants. So after you summon one, you get +1 strength, so that's good. Let's grab the Bandit Seer. That might be important. And this one deals 1 damage to all units, so... could be good, could be bad, depends. Situational. This guy's also good for our peasants. And then... sure. We'll let our ally draw a card. Why not? And then we'll grab this. Rally the troops. Okay, and then let's get some heals in there. And then these guys. Voila. So now we have our 30-card deck. So now you can go through and kind of browse through things and be like, maybe I don't want this blacksmith, or maybe I don't want this rally the troops. And you can take it out there if you want. Alright, so we're going to say that's good. So we'll hit done. Let's select a trophy. Alright, so we can pick one of these. Let's go with pointy stick. Alright, voila. Done. So now we have our new deck. And if we want to customize it again, we can just click on it and we can take things out if we want. It's very handy, very easy to do. You know, very, very similar to other CCG games. So we're going to be done with that. And you can also, of course, filter by type. So you've got your trophies, profit cards, things like that. You know, really, each of these are designed for, you know, the different characters. So, for instance, right? So I was playing as Knight, so I might want to switch over to the Knight. So then that'll give you the different cards that are built for that character, so specifically designed to be synergistic with that character, as you would come to expect in most CCG games. Nothing really super new, but it's still helpful. I mean, I'm glad they put it in there, because it would be really nasty if you had to just, like, be so in tune with the game to know exactly what cards work with that character. This way, they take a little bit of that out and make it kind of more user-friendly. Alright, so let's take a second to try crafting a card. So, let's see what we can get for Knight. So, we'll go ahead and go to Knight. And let's say I want to make an angry mob, right? So I can use ink that I get from playing the game to actually craft new cards. So, I'm going to use that. Or you can possibly use items to go ahead and help, reach that total I need for this. So I'm going to go ahead and craft it. It takes a second to load, but after it does, I now have an angry mob card. Now, for any cards that you craft, you also have the ability to salvage them to get ink back from it. Now, it's not a great rate of it, so I'll get some item and some ink, right? So, for having to spend 80 ink to get these two cards, I only get 10 back. So you do have to be careful, and have to be very sure when you want to craft a card that you want to use the ink for, because you're not going to get all of it back. Okay, so now that I've shown you a basic idea of what the game's about, let's go ahead and try playing one of the co-op missions, or one of the PvP missions. We'll see what we can get into first. So let's try the co-op challenge. Alright guys, so we managed to find a person to play with. We're playing with It's X Blaze, so shout out to that guy or girl, whoever you may be. Thanks for playing. Alright, so we're going to look at our starting hand here. So the objective I chose is one that requires me to play items with a cost of 4 or less. So right now we've actually got a pretty good loadout, so we're going to keep with that. So you may have noticed I changed my player. I'm no longer playing as the Knight, I'm actually playing as the Gravedigger. So I'm no longer playing as the Knight, I'm playing as Temple. So it looks like Crimson is going first. Okay, so she played the Undead Soldier. Alright, let's see if we can do some good here. Alright, so now it's my turn. Okay, so we've got the boot. We can deal 1 damage to something. Got 3 gold. Alright, let's play the Ratcatcher. So we got him out. You know what? Fine. We'll deal 1 damage. Can we do it to anyone? Cool. We're gonna take out this guy so he's not a problem for us anymore. And he's gone. Cool. Alright. I don't think there's anything left I can do. I guess I'll tell him to guard? Alright. So in this game mode, me and It's Blaze are working together to fight against Nostro, a computer player that's serving as kind of like the boss. So we're both trying to work together and coordinate our attacks to beat this guy. So right now it's Blaze's turn. Let's see what she does. Okay, so she played the Necrotic Enforcer. So let's see if we can get his card to show up there. Alright. So when he comes in, he gains 1 strength for every enemy unit. So he got 2 strength for having these guys. Oh no! Oh, okay. So he's still there. Ooh, oh, he's gone. He's gone. Ooh, this is tough. So I'm playing on the normal difficulty, so it's kind of the middle of the road. There's an easy and a hard difficulty, so we'll see how this turns out for us. Okay, so if another friendly unit that costs 2 or more dies, summon a 1/1 Shambler. That might be alright. We can also play Stag Beetle. Because we keep taking a lot of hits, I'm going to play Stag Beetle. So hopefully we can survive a little more. Damn it. We have to fight this person. Alright, let's do some damage. Let's do some damage. Didn't do much, but we're going to end our turn there. Alright. Let's see what Nostro does. What is his thing? He just like hurt his own dudes. What was that? Deal 1 damage to all damaged units. Well, that's unfortunate for him. Okay, so he just summoned a 1/1 Undead Chopper. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to just summon a whole bunch of little skeletons there. And I think my guy's stunned. Yep, so he can't attack next turn. Damn it. Little chickens flying around it. Oh, look at him. Look at him go. Alright, so she played a bard. So that helps strengthen up my guy. Ooh, do I want to go good or evil? Yeah, I'm gonna go evil. Ooh, oh look. Oh man, look at her. Ooh. Yeah, and evil. Not good on the whole face there. Ooh. Not a good recommended beauty regimen, that's for sure. Ugh. Okay, so playing undead soldiers. Man, so many dudes. Out. Killed it. Out. Oh, no. Damn it. Alright. Let's play... You know, let's keep doing the play 4 units that cost 4 or less, because we got a decent amount of those. We might be able to do pretty good with that. So now we've got 5 gold. What do these guys do? Deal 3 damage to all characters. I think it might be worth it to play this and clear his field. We'll hold on to it for now. That might come in more handy later. So let's save that. And let's play... Let's play Enslave. So we're going to summon a corpse here. And then let's play this. Haha. So he gets +1 strength for every other enemy unit. So voila, now he's +3. But he can't attack this turn. So I'm going to take this up. You know, I'm actually going to leave these guys for now. And we're going to put him in guard. So it'll force him to have to attack him. So something I forgot about... Oh, wow, that guy's strong. Something I forgot about is the fact that the shambling corpses, they just... Well, crumbling corpses, surprise, surprise, crumble at the end of the turn. So you got to use them up right away. So that was my bad. So he just played the Blade Scavenger. Ooh, that guy's nasty. So he gets -2 strength for every enemy unit. So he lost 4 strength immediately, and it looks like it's permanent. Alright, so hopefully we can kill that guy off pretty quick, because he looks really, really strong. Alright, let's see what Blaze is going to do. Alright, so she just played the Necrotic Enforcer. Again, gaining 1 strength for every enemy unit. So we've got a pretty decent strength there. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to kill off the Blade Scavenger yet. So hopefully we get something. Oh, she caused it to go into safeguard mode. Okay. She also played Tattooist. Give adjacent units +1 strength. Okay. Okay, so it looks like she might be gearing me up to be able to kill him off. Man, that guy... Nostr keeps playing that guy, and he just hurts himself because none of our guys were damaged yet. That's unfortunate. Oh! Ow. Ooh, this is not looking good. We're taking too much damage. So, if you safeguard him again, a 1/1 crow. He'll gain some strength, but he'll be vulnerable. But he has a lot of defense. I think that might be a good plan for us, to play him, and then hopefully she can put him into safeguard, because I can't right away. We got 3/3. Let's take him out, because he does a shitload of damage. Ah, no. Damn it, we have to attack him. Alright, let's do it. It may not be the right move, but let's do it. Okay. Let's end our turn there, let's see what we can get. Ooh, what's that thing do? Okay, summon some more dudes. Out. 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 Ooh. Okay, so we're down to 5 health. This is probably not going to end well for us. So yeah, so you definitely have to be on your game. What makes this mode really interesting is the fact you're playing with your opponent. It's not like you're playing like, oh, you have your cards and you play on your side and they play on their side and you both fight them. You're playing with the same characters and have to be able to use them effectively. So right now, I guess the only thing I could see against this is that you might be playing in a state where, you know... Wow, that was super powerful. I have no idea what she just did, but awesome. Wow, that was that was really effective. Sweet. Anyway, as I was saying, well, shit. And it's gone. Lots of stuff going on. As I was saying. you might get into a situation where, you know, if you can't really communicate with the other player very easily. Is there a chat? Does not... I can't find the chat. That's weird. Click on the name. No. Alright, well, if you can't chat with a person, it'll be really hard to coordinate, and since you're using each other's monsters, they might be preparing for a move in the next 2 turns, and you might just destroy their ability to do that. Probably pretty sure I've done it at least twice now. Okay, so we're going to try summoning a whole bunch of corpses. So that card I just played summons 3. Okay, so we get 3, and they're all able to attack immediately. Now, we're going to have him attack, attack, and attack. Alright. And then I would play deal 3 damage to all characters, but that'll hurt us more. But we managed to clear his field, and we have a monster on the field. So that's not too bad. I still don't think we're going to be able to survive this, because we're very low on health, and he's still got most of his left. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll keep hope. We'll keep hope. Now, let's see. What is she going to do? Oh, wow. Beasts everywhere. We've got wolves, a feral squirrel. Oh, no! My heavens, it's a feral squirrel. Like, I don't know why I should be afraid of that. But we're going to go evil again. Evil! However, this guy, the Balverine, looks far more deadly than the feral squirrel. Like, he looks like he's just going to freaking beam me on the head with an acorn. Not really afraid of that. Oh, well. A little silly. Ow. Ow, ow. Okay, so we definitely need to get something to guard here. This is going to end up being real bad. So I need to save money for that. 3 damage to all players would be bad. To an undamaged unit. Yeah, sure. We'll do him. And we'll attack this guy. Boop. Okay, and then we need to put somebody in guard, or that's going to end up being very bad for us. And let's do enslave, so we'll get another crumbling corpse out of it. Ooh, it's an enraged corpse. Look at that. Ooh, and he's got rush, but he dies at the end of the turn, so let's make use of him. So let's kill off this. And then let's go ahead and try and do as much damage to him as possible. And this guy's probably going to die next round anyway, so let's go ahead and use it to kill off this. Yeah! Okay, so now we've got some power here. We've got a decent amount of units. We've got a guy in defense, so that should help us. Unless he has a whole bunch of monsters with rush, we should be able to survive it, which will let us attack back pretty well. Ooh, that's very strong. Ow! So that must be a special ability to be able to cause some sort of attack like that, unless it's... Let's see, let's read his thing. At the end of your turn, deal 4 damage to an enemy unit with the highest strength. Ooh, that's nasty. So that's just the power of the Dread Champion. Ah, that hurts. Alright. And then we just did 1 damage to the opponent for each other friendly unit. So we had 3 others, so we did 3 damage to him. Not bad. Could be doing better. We're still 217, so hopefully that can go just a wee bit better for us. Alright, what are you doing? It's Blaze. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah, and you can also look at their hand, of course. So you can at least maybe, you know, after you play a while, you'll kind of start to see what the character's strengths are. So you should be able to, you'll start to be able to predict what the players are going to do. So it looks like she has a couple different things here. So it looks like she's doing a lot of buffs to her animal characters. And since he didn't put him in safeguard, we can actually just attack him directly. Ooh. Okay. We might be able to kill him off. So he's going to play an undead soldier, and it doesn't have rush, but his big guy is going to attack. But we have somebody who is able to block. Yep, so we're going to take it there, but he can't attack with it again, so that's good. Out. So he has a 5-6 in defense, huh? Okay. Someone have rush? Anybody? We need to do 6 damage to him and then 7 bleed through. Ah, this might be a terrible idea, but I'm going to try it. I hope this doesn't damage us. Oh, no. Well, that would be my fault. Yeah. Oh. Oh dear. Yep, and that's why you read the fine print on the cards. Notice it said all characters, including yourself. See, I originally thought it meant just all the characters on the field. Nope. Well. Oh well. Oh man, that was dumb. That was real dumb. Oh dear. Sorry, Blaze. Sorry, buddy. Oh no. Well, there you go. So there's an example of the co-op challenge. So you can play with a friend to try and beat the boss and get some rewards for doing it. So we're going to end it there for today. So I really hope this was helpful to show you guys what this game's about and give an idea of, whether or not you want to check it out. I would suggest doing it. It seems really fun. It looks like it'll be a blast once it comes out, and they actually have an open beta coming up here soon. So be on the lookout for that, and if you want to continue to support them, go check them out. I've included all of their different links, including the Kickstarter page, their own website, and all those little things in the description down below. And yeah, go check them out, and yeah, see if you like it. All right, guys, see you next time.